Hey guys, Mike McCandless here from the McCandless Museum. Today I want to talk to you guys because I get asked this question a lot. How do you decide where a piece goes? As you've seen the videos of the museum, there's obviously a ton of stuff in here. And you have to remember, this isn't like shopping at a local Target store. You don't get to go in and go, I'm going to buy these 30, 40 pieces and I'm going to lay them out and put them perfectly on my wall. I never know the pieces that are going to show up, pieces I'm going to be able to find, pieces that people find for me. And today I want to show you the process and sort of the evolution of a spot in the museum. And so today we're going to look at, up top here, we have this Plymouth Finest banner. This banner is 20 feet long and it's about 2.5 feet tall roughly. And you see the pennants that are underneath it. I got this piece within the past couple of months, but before I put that piece up, the silk banners that are actually on the row in front of it were up there, and that's what I had running the length of the wall. But when the banner came in, I'm like, well, let me move these silk banners forward. I can tie off this 20-foot long banner here, dip the pennants underneath it, and you know, that takes about a day to do that whole process. But I haven't been happy with how it looks. I don't like the big gaps that are sitting up there. And so the question is what do I put in there? Well, one thing we do is, as I find paper products, posters, banners, all types of stuff, even small signs, we have a storage bin we keep them in so that as we get holes that we can fill, we'll go through there, find it, and put it up. And that's what we're doing today. So these paper pieces here are actually from 1934. It was to highlight the 1934 Plymouth, which is pretty cool when you look back at it and see things like 77 horsepower, hydraulic brakes, valve seat inserts, and all these different things. This was part of a poster set that I got, oh man, it might even have been over 2 years ago. When we got these pieces, they were rolled up, wrinkled up, and we've bought a vacuum press, which helps us take these pieces. And so they'll actually come into us rolled up as tight as this. This is how tight these things will come in here, and we're able to get them to lay down on this gator board. So gator board is what we use for any of our paper products. That's this thick, rigid foam board that you see right here. When we first started doing foam boarding and not understanding what we were doing, we used a different type of foam board, and we quickly learned, especially in humid North Carolina, that's not a good thing. You can see the curvature that exists here from the humidity getting into the board. With gator board, you don't have this problem. The piece will stay rigid the entire time. So what you're seeing here are excess pieces of gator board that we had that 2 years ago laid these flat, got them to stick, and then just cut them out in big chunks. Now what we'll do is find the piece that is probably the most narrow top to bottom, like this piece right here, and we'll cut all of these pieces to be the same size, and then we'll get up in the lift and start to put them in between the holes where the pennant is up there. And I think it's going to look good, but to be honest with you, I don't know. And that's the whole thing about this. Pieces are constantly moving as new stuff comes in here. And you can see when you look down this aisleway, there are cars everywhere. You know, the 58 limo is here, the Sox and Martin cars, Dad's Dart. We have to move a lot of things in order to be able to get the lift where it needs to go so that we can get up there and actually do these things. So it takes a lot of planning to put a piece up, so it's not uncommon for me to do 10, 20 pieces at one time. Because kind of once you start moving stuff, it's just easier to do that. But I hope that gives you an idea of what goes on in here when we get pieces. This place is never set. It's constantly evolving and constantly changing. And I'm looking forward to you guys being able to come here and check it out.